Hello, I'm back with chapter 37. If we go back to the last time, we learned about Esau's family line. Yeah, it was like the whole part, like the whole 36 part was the family line. Now that was a lot, so, yep. Yeah, let's start. Yeah, today's easy. Joseph has two dreams. Chapter 37. Jacob lived in the land of Canaan. It is the land where his father had stayed. Here is the story of the family line of Jacob. Joseph was a young man. He was 17 years old. He was taking care of the flocks with some of his brothers. They were the sons of Bela and the sons of Zilpah. The wives of their father Jacob, Joseph brought their father a bad report about his brothers. Israel moved Joseph more than any of his other sons. That's because Joseph had been born to him when he was old. Israel made him a beautiful robe. Joseph's brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, so they hated Joseph. They couldn't even speak one kind word to him. Joseph had a dream. When he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to him, "Listen to the dream I had. They were lining up bundles of grain out in the field. Suddenly, my bundle stood up straight. Your bundle was gathered around my bundle and bowed down to it." What? Yep. Yeah, let's say it's right. It's a dream. I think God made it because he's going to be the king of Egypt. One level down king. There's a king. Next part. Co-king. Yep. He's going to be the co-king, but he actually does the king thingies. Yep. His brother said to him, "Do you plan to be king over us?" "Yes." "Will you really rule over us?" "Yes." So they hated him even more because of his dream. They didn't like what he had said. Then Joseph had another dream. He told it to his brothers. Listen, he said, "I had another dream. This time, the sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." Right, God has really planned for making Joseph the king. He really thought. Yeah, he thought it was just a dream, but right, like it's all for the after plans. Like after plan, Joseph will be the co-king of Egypt. Right, co-king. Yeah, more than it. Right. He told his father as well as his brothers. Then his father rebuked him. He said, "What about the dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers really do that? Will we really come and bow down to the ground in front of you? Right in the future?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the dreams in mind. Joseph is sold by his brothers. If we say exactly, rescued by Egypt, like people going to Egypt. If you say it right, like abandon Joseph. Joseph's brother had gone to take care of their father's flocks near Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "As you know, your brothers are taking care of the flocks near Shechem. Come on. Going to send you to them." "Right," Joseph replied. So Israel said to him, "Go to your brothers, see how they are doing. Also see how the flocks are doing. Then come back and tell me." So he sent him away from the Hebron Valley. Joseph arrived at Shechem. A man found him wandering around in the fields. He asked Joseph, what are you looking for? He replied, I'm looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are taking care of their flocks? They moved on from here, the man answered. I heard them say, let's go to Dothan. So Joseph went to look for his brothers. He found them near Dothan, but they saw him a long way off. Before he reached them, they made plans to kill him. Here comes the dreamer, they said to one another. Come, let's kill him. Let's throw him into one of these empty wells. Let's say that a wild animal ate him up, right? Then we'll see whether his dreams will come true. Reuben heard them talking. He tried to save Joseph from him. Let's not take his life, he said. Don't spill any of his blood. Throw it into it. This empty well here in the desert. But don't harm him yourselves. Reuben said that to save Joseph from them. He was hoping he could take him back to his father. When Joseph came to his brothers, he was wearing his beautiful robe. They took it away from him, and they threw him into the well. The well was empty. There wasn't any water in it. Then they sat down to eat their meal. As they did, they saw some Ishmaelite traders coming from Gilead. Their camels were loaded with spices, lotion, and myrrh. They were on their way to take them down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, what will we gain if we kill our brother and try to cover up what we've done? Come, as some do these traitors. Let's not harm him ourselves. After all, he's our brother. He's our own flesh and blood. Judah's brothers agreed with him. The traders from Midian came by. Joseph's brothers pulled him up out of the well. They sold him to the Ishmaelite traders for 8 ounces of silver. Then the traders took him to Egypt. After all, he was a slave. He was not a slave. He was the co-king, right? It was not just a dream. It's a real dream. After all, you really bow. Later, Reuben came back to the empty well. He saw that Joseph wasn't there. He was so upset that he tore his clothes. He went back to his brothers and said, the boy isn't here. Now what should I do? Then they got Joseph's beautiful robe. They killed a goat and dipped the robe in the blood. They took the robe back to their father. They said, we found this. Take a look at it. See if it is your son's robe. Jacob recognized it. He said, it's a wild animal has eaten it up. Joseph must have been torn to pieces. Jacob tore his clothes. He put on the rough clothing people wear when they are sad. Then he mourned for his son many days. All Jacob's other sons and daughters came to comfort him, but they weren't able to. He said, I'll continue to mourn until I go down into the grave to be with my son. So Joseph's father mourned for him. But the traders from Midian sold Joseph to Potiphar in Egypt. Potiphar was one of the Pharaoh's officials. He was the captain of the palace guard. Is there anything left? No. Yeah, so let's read the box. Yeah, we have 3 boxes today. One is right here. Bam. Did you know why is Joseph important? Joseph saved his family from a famine. He brought them to live in the great country of Egypt. When Joseph was young, his brothers did not treat him fairly, but God helped them become powerful in Egypt. Next box. Whoa, that's life in Bible times. People in Bible times like beautiful clothes. They made their clothes out of black or white clothes. Sometimes they like to use brighter colors like purple, red, blue, and yellow. Joseph's robe was made by sewing colored threads into designs in the clothes. The robe Jacob gave Joseph was more than just a beautiful gift. It probably showed that Joseph had a more important place in the family than his older brothers. This picture shows decorated clothes worn by people in Joseph's time. Joseph's robe probably looked something like this. Yep, it's not just a robe, right? Yep, it's not just a robe. Live it. Family favorites. Read Genesis 37, part 1 to 11. Jacob loved his son Joseph the most. He gave him a beautiful coat. The story says that Joseph's brothers hated him, and Joseph only made things worse. He bragged to his brothers about a dream he had. Do you ever feel like your parents love a brother or sister more than they love you? I'm alone, so I don't feel that. Sorry, but ask your parents if they ever felt like that when they were young. I didn't ask that, actually. Read this Bible story with your family. Talk with Joseph and his brother. How could they have helped their family feel closer and happier? After all, he was a fat coal. Like he was a co-pharaoh. But he did the pharaoh thingies, right? Yep. Next, let's see his dreams. Okay, so new church, Finney, art, blah blah blah, something. Yeah, let's go to his site. Click, click, click. Yeah, so, but where was it? What? What? Okay, yep. I got a pretty good angle right now. Like Joseph's one. And yeah, like these are the 11 sons ones, and this is Joseph's one. Yeah, like you can see that they're bowing to Joseph's one. Yeah, pretty like a dream, but yeah, it will not be a dream anymore at the future. Right, if we read it, you'll know it. Next dream, okay, like see the sun and moons. I know like the sun and moon are the mom and dad, and 11 stars are the 11 sons. And there's Joseph up here, bowing to him again. Well, two dreams, if God says, I'll really do it, he makes 2 dreams. After all, one day like the crops won't like grow up in the whole land, so like people can't eat it well, and Joseph saved it. Yup. So everyone bows on him right now for at the future. Yup. I said this a lot today, but yep, co-pharaoh. Yep, he's a co-pharaoh at the future. Right. Yeah, like we read it at all, so yep, let's pray. Yep. Okay, like as I said, let's pray. Chapter 27, right? Oh, it was 37. So, this is important, so let's do it with this. Dear God, today we learned about chapter 37, Joseph's dreams and Joseph going to Egypt. Firstly, Joseph was a slave that came to Egypt and got sold by one of the officials of Pharaoh. And one day he goes in jail when no reason because of the official's wife did something bad and said to put him in jail, and he goes to the jail, and after all he became the co-pharaoh. Today we learned about God. If God makes 2 dreams in a row that means the same thing, God will truly do it. Thank you always, and amen. So we did this all today, so thank you for watching my videos. Think about next time 38. Thank you always, and goodbye.